Today I am going to be doing my everyday no makeup look. I believe I did one of these in the past, but it's a little bit different now. This time I incorporated more glowy skin, really focusing mainly on the skin and just making it look as natural as possible. Plus, it's just a really easy and quick way to get out the door with little time spent while still looking put together, but you know, not completely barefaced, if you know what I mean. Yeah, as you can see, I have no makeup on today, and I'm really sorry that this video is up quite late in the week. Hopefully I post this today, which is Sunday, but if not, just know that I tried my very hardest. This week was my first week of school and classes. I go by 8-week semesters, so they're a lot faster. I have a lot more work, and I am engineering computer science student, so the workload is quite hefty, and it's a little bit hard to balance that with filming and stuff. Even though I love doing it, it's just I get really tired. And yeah, but I just wanted to do this quick little video for you guys today because I am up early today. So yeah, let's get into the video. I have absolutely nothing on my skin right now. My bear is in the back, and the background's different because I'm filming during the day, so I'm using the natural sunlight. So yeah. So what I first like to start off with is just the base of my face. So I like hydrating it, priming it, prepping it, whatever, while I do everything else so that it has time to sink into the skin. So what I first like to use is this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. And I love this because I don't know why, but I feel like it brightens up my skin a lot more than the other sprays do. Like, it just wakes it up. I think it's the lavender in here, honestly. And also it's the chamomile. It really helps like tone down any redness or irritation that my skin might have. So I really like this one, and also the smell's like really soothing. So once I have that, I just kind of like press it in. For my moisturizer, I like using the Tarte Drink of H2O hydrating boost. This is like a water gel cream formula, so no matter what, if you wear this under foundation or just on its own, it's going to sink into the skin, make it look really radiant, and it's not going to break up any chemicals in your makeup. So this is really great for underneath makeup or on its own because it's just like makes your skin look really plump. I really like this moisturizer. I don't know why I can't speak. I think because I'm never up this early, but yeah, so I just take it like a little bit like that, and I work this all over the skin. My skin already feels so much more plump and hydrated. I don't even know if you guys can really see a difference, but this like moisturizer really plumps up my skin. It really hydrates it, and it doesn't feel greasy or anything at all. It literally feels like water. And it just like gives my skin like the nicest appearance. It looks like it smooths my pores. I don't know if it really does that, but for the price that it is, it really should be doing these things. Alright, and then afterwards, I'm just going to put some chapstick on. I usually use my Lucas Paw Paw ointment, which you can find, I believe it's an Australian product, but I purchased this on Amazon a while back. It's like an all-purpose ointment, and it's really great for your lips, especially if you have really dry lips, so I'm just gonna use that. And so after I apply those bases, sometimes I'll just leave it with my moisturizer and I won't put anything else, but oftentimes I really like using my Dr. Brandt Pores No More's Luminizer Primer because I really like having a luminous base. It just makes my skin look way more youthful and natural because it looks like I'm glowing from within. So I would recommend using a luminous based primer. But I love this one because it also smooths the skin, and I also feel like it kind of color corrects my skin just a little bit, so it's really helpful. I take about that much, and I just work this all over my skin. This is my favorite primer, hands down. Okay. So the next thing, this is probably the part that takes the longest, but you know what? This is different for everyone. Obviously, my eyebrows. So I use the same thing. I use my Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia. And even though people like to do like for natural makeup, they like going a little bit more light on the brows. I still kind of like it when it's like pretty cut and like clean and filled. But you could do your brows however. I'm using my Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia on an angled brush. I'm just gonna try to do hair-like strokes and just like kind of add more hair where it's really sparse. And I'm not going to worry about shaping it too much. Most days, if I'm in a rush, I'll just use a tinted brow gel and just run it through my eyebrows maybe like 2 or 3 times just to give my brows a little bit more color and dimension, and I'm usually good to go after that. But when I have a little bit more time, I will fill in my brows using a pomade. This part honestly takes the longest, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I mean, probably because my eyebrows are so sparse. That's why it takes so long, but you know, everybody does their eyebrows differently, so I can't speak for everyone. Some people could just fill it in with a brow gel and their eyebrows look full already. Mine do not. Alright, so that's like my natural eyebrow routine, I guess. I just do it really lightly and I don't really focus too much on the shape, but more of just like filling in where I literally do not have hair. So that's like before, this is after. If I need to, I will go in and clean up with concealer, but that's also if I want more of like a cut eyebrow, if that makes sense. So yeah, it just depends on how you like your brows. Sometimes I honestly like it really bold, but sometimes soft is the way to go. So I'm just going to set it down with a little bit of brow gel. This is the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Brownie Brows 02. Next step that I do is, and this is all that I put on my face as a base, I just use my concealer. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter, and I have the shade 230 Fair Light, which is just like a shade lighter than myself, so it helps brighten but also cover at the same time. It's not full coverage, it'll just do enough to even out the skin tone and make it look really natural and luminous, because it does have a really luminous natural finish. It just sits really well on the skin. Like, you know how some concealers are so full coverage that they just look weird if you use them on their own? This one is just perfect for that because it's not too full coverage and it also has that really skin-like finish. And it just blends into the skin seamlessly without having foundation underneath. I could even use this just on top of moisturizer, but like I said, I do like having a luminous base, so the primer helps with that, and it also helps the concealer last a bit longer. So if you're wearing this like all day, I would recommend using a primer. So I just squeeze a little bit out. It has like a little brush applicator, and basically I just put this like where I want to highlight and cover. So I want to brighten this area under my eye. I usually just focus it in the inner corner part right here. Then I also, you know, I do the middle of the face. So I would just put it wherever I normally highlight, and then of course cover any blemishes that I might have. So as you can see, I have like a pimple here, so I'm going to put it there. I have these stubborn ones next to my eyebrow and one up here. And then of course you could take a beauty blender, which will dilute the concealer a little bit and help it look a lot more natural, but even with the brush this looks great. So I'm going to take my Tarte brush. It's like from their Magic Wands brush set, and I love using it because it's super fluffy and it blends it out really fast. So I just kind of like pat this into the skin. And as you can see, it just blends out so fast, and you can already see that this area is already bright and gorgeous. Ooh. It doesn't cover up the blemishes completely, but it does even it out overall. And you could go back and just like add more in that area, but yeah, sometimes I don't have time to do that, and I don't really care because it's all even. As you can see, my skin is for the most part all even, but I will go back sometimes and just put it on those parts and then just lightly blend around the edges. That way that area has more coverage than the rest. Does that make sense? So you just want to use a light hand and it just blends out. That's why it's important to hydrate your skin beforehand, because if you do go in straight with a concealer and your face is not hydrated, it's not going to blend as well as it should. So definitely go ahead and use a nice base, whether it's moisturizer, primer, whatever it may be. As you can see, my skin still has a bit of luminosity, but it also looks a lot brighter and more awake, and my eyes don't look crazy. So I really like this concealer because it doesn't crease that badly. It's like luminous, but it's not too emollient that it creases horribly. And I like to put it a little bit lower than where my lower lash line is, so that way when I blend it up, I have the least amount of product sitting right here, because as you can see, I do have these like natural like folds in my eyes, and it causes the concealer to crease. Whatever happens, if it ever does bunch up a little bit, I just kind of take my finger, pat it out, and it's all good to go. I don't set my face or anything like that because powder kind of just makes my face look a lot more not natural. So I really like just having all creams basically. So then what I like to do for my eyes, sometimes it'll vary whether I have time or not. I will use mascara or I won't use anything at all and I'll just curl my lashes. Today I'm going to be using mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black. This has been my favorite mascara as of lately. I don't really know why. The wand is just so small. It grabs onto your lashes and separates and lengthens them so nicely, and it's also really great for the lower lash line. You can wear false lashes if that's what makes you comfortable. You don't have to wear any. I don't wear mascara all the time, but again, it's all personal preference, so you do what makes you feel comfortable. And I kind of like to mainly focus on the roots of the lashes and then bring it up. And I kind of start in the middle and then move my way in and out. And then to kind of make them longer, I only add mascara just to the tips of the lashes. Just the tip. Yeah, so I just add it only to the ends, like so. So it only adds product to the ends, making it appear a lot longer. So as you can see, these are my lashes before, and this is after. My eye already looks bigger on this side. It's amazing. So these are my lashes. And I don't know, this mascara, like if this doesn't sell you, I don't know what will, because this is amazing. I actually like this a lot more than that mascara that people always talk about, the L'Oreal Carbon Black one. That one for some reason always runs on my eyes, probably because my lashes are kind of long already, and it always just smears and runs, and it's just like messy. I like it because it's dark and pigment, so I'll use it like if I'm applying lashes, but to wear for a long time, I really love this one. So yeah, highly recommend. It's also drugstore, so it's up to you whether or not you want to add mascara to the lower lash line. I don't really like adding it for my everyday makeup just because my lower lashes are really long, and if I put mascara on them without setting underneath with powder, it will run and smear and look messy. So I only apply it to the top, but I like it like that because I think it looks more natural. So now the last thing that we have is highlight, which makes the whole entire look, and this is what's going to make your makeup look like real skin. So you can use a cream highlighter or liquid, whatever. I like something more beaming, so I like using powders that kind of just look wet when you apply to the skin. And I have two drugstore ones for you guys today. These aren't even like alternatives, they're truly my go-tos. So this one here is the Maybelline New York Expert Wear Shadow. It's actually an eyeshadow, but I use it as a highlighter. It's gorgeous. It's in the shade The Glow Down, and it's just this gorgeous like gold color, and it's just amazing. Looks so gorgeous on the cheeks. You can use this for glam days. And then the other one I have here is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. So this is actually a blush. These are both not highlighters or not marketed as highlighters, but I use them as highlighters. Yeah, this is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. This is, I think, $1 or something like that. And when it comes, it's really rough on the top and no pigmentation comes off, so you do have to scrape it with a spoolie. But after you've done that, it's just gorgeous. I mean, like, look at this, you guys. Are you seeing that? Amazing, right? Yeah, typically I reach for the e.l.f. one a lot more just because I really like pinky highlights. I don't really know why. I'm going through a pinky highlight phase. But when I feel nice and gold and bold, I'll use my Maybelline one. But today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic because I want to look like a pink glazed donut, basically. So I'm going to take my spray and just spray it once again. This not only helps the creams and everything melt into the skin, but it also helps make the highlight look more intense. So I'm just going to take this highlight and add it to everywhere. So what I do is I basically strobe. I don't do a natural highlight on my no makeup days because, like, I think the more highlight the better. And maybe that's just a biased opinion, but do you see it just makes your skin look so luminous, like your skin was already like that. And I kind of bring it all the way down to the cheek a little bit because we're not using it for like really its purpose. We're just using it to make the skin look glowier and dewier. And a tip I like to do is actually apply it to the forehead right here, just in the middle. And it just kind of helps bring that area forward, and it brings everything else back, so it gives the illusion like you contoured, if that makes sense. So I don't know if you guys can see what I did here. If you go too heavy, just take your brush that you used to blend out your concealer, just go over it. Yeah, as you can see, like it just looks like I contoured my face, even though I don't have to. I also add it to the chin just a little. And I add a crap load to my cheeks. Sometimes I like to add it underneath the bridge of my brow bone. And of course, I take my pinky finger and just add it to the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose, which is also optional, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff. But I like having my nose highlighted, so I'm going to do that in the Cupid's bow. And then I kind of go over it with the fan brush just to soften it up a little. And this, you go a little bit on the eyelids, just gives you a nice glowy face. This is what makes the whole entire look. And every time I wear this look out, you guys, I get so many compliments on my skin and just like how healthy it looks and like radiant and stuff. And people can't even tell that I'm wearing makeup. Like, you really cannot tell. Alright, and so for the lips, this is totally up to you. You can wear Carmex, you can wear a bold lip if you want to, or you could wear a nude lip. I like wearing gloss because it's comfortable, it's hydrating, and even though glossy lips isn't really natural, it just gives your lips a little bit more dimension and it looks juicy, which I like, and it kind of fits with this whole glossy aesthetic that we have going on. So my favorite gloss ever, like ever, top 10 glosses is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. It's just the most gorgeous, like light brown nude, and it looks gorgeous on top of nude lipsticks or on its own, and I like wearing it on its own. Obviously you could just wear it like this if you're done, you need to go, but I love this. I love this so much. The texture of this is amazing. It's not sticky at all. It's just incredible, and it doesn't do much because it's a very light nude, but just adds a little bit of like juiciness to the lips, and I just like how it looks. It makes me look more tan because it's a light nude color and I have like so much brightness going on, so it just works really well. All right, you guys, so this is the completed look. Wow, I had something in my teeth right here and nobody told me. That's rude. Anyways, sorry about that. That's probably so disturbing. Like, you guys are probably watching the video like,
can she clean her teeth?
Yeah, that is it for my natural everyday no makeup look. I use this all the time. I swear I love this so much. If it's anything that you need, you definitely need concealer and highlighter, a good base, and you're good to go. You don't need to add any mascara, lip product, anything really. Like, as long as your skin looks popping, everything else is gonna be. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel down below, and follow me on my social media so that we can connect. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to message me. You know what you guys would like to see in next week's video, and I have a lot of homework to do, so hopefully this video goes up by tonight. If not, it will be up Monday, but I'm so sorry. I just really need to figure out the schedule of things, and then I'll be okay. I love you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Good morning, America. First thing I do when I wake up is blast your electronica.